Hello Aries, and welcome to your April 2019 love reading. I did do general readings as well. Also, I do apologize for the setup. I am currently in the middle of relocating. So allow me just a moment to go ahead and lay out your messages here. I also wanted to, of course, wish each and every one of you a very happy birthday. Aries, I feel that someone is making an expression of love here, but something is not adding up with their story. You may be doubting what this person is saying. I'm gonna look more into this. I feel like you're doubting what this person is saying. It's like they have the tendency to be conniving, is what I feel. Or maybe I shouldn't say conniving, to that extreme. But they have the tendency to switch up on you. That's what I'm getting. They have the tendency to switch up on you. And you've seen them exhibit this behavior before. So even though they're expressing how they feel and they're trying to make amends with you, you don't know if you can trust it or not. I feel like there's a lot of doubts here. Where you're doubting yourself, but where you're doubting them. It seems as though someone is trying to make amends, and you do want things to work out. You have here showing up the King of Cups. This would be a water sign, which is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. It is showing up, this is typically a very loving and kind person. So I do feel there are genuine emotions here. There's something that you're wanting to grow. You're wanting to build. You're really wanting it to work out. Or vice versa. All readings can go vice versa. Okay, for some of you, it's definitely the other way around because you have here the Page of Wands. This is you or another fire sign like yourself, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. For most of you, of course, this is you. So showing up as the Page, this is someone who's a little flirtatious, fun-loving, freedom-loving, and if this is your energy at the time, then you may have someone that's heavily in love with you. And it's like you don't feel the same way. But I feel like you're trying to be careful. You don't want to crush them. You don't want to hurt them. Seems like kind of a difficult situation, but I feel like it's something that you're going to have to deal with and that you're going to have to face. Some of you are needing to decide between two people. Because you have here an earth sign. This would be a Capricorn, a Taurus, or a Virgo. It does not have to be, but showing up in the reverse position, this indicates feeling stuck. Feeling stuck. Now, that can be, feeling stuck financially. But just in general, I'm picking up some harsh feelings here. It seems like, one person is very much in love. And I feel like the other individual is wanting to be single, so they're kind of taking it with a grain of salt. But someone is heavily emotionally invested here. And with the Seven of Swords, this is indicating sneaky behavior. So there is some sneaking around going on here behind someone's back. With the star in the middle, this is the overall message for the whole reading. So this is about hoping, wishing, praying, trying to manifest. And there's a great deal of emotion attached with this as well. So it's like you're someone's dream come true, or, they're your dream come true, whichever way it goes. But with the moon here in the reverse position, there are secrets coming out here. So whatever was done here in the dark, whatever, has been hidden or looked over, is definitely coming out. There is definitely something coming out. And, I feel like it's about time. Justice here, this is meaning, justice being served, so to speak. So, you're getting some clarity. And, that's what the Hermit is all about as well. For some of you, whatever it is that you're finding out about, I feel like it's going to be a deal breaker. Okay? It's going to be a deal breaker for one of the parties here. This is where, you're wanting to be secluded. You're wanting to be to yourself. And you're mulling things over. So I feel like you're going to need some time to recover after this. Like some of you, like I said, if you're having to decide between two people, I feel like it's important that, you cut one off. Or if you're involved with someone and, they're the one sneaking around behind your back, I feel like you're finding out about it. And you're going to feel relieved that you at least have clarity. But I also feel there's some melancholy here because it's not how you wanted it to be. Someone is greatly wanting things to work out, okay? So I'm going to clarify this a little bit further. Let's see about this King of Coins in the reverse. Some of you are dealing with someone who's unstable, okay? That can be emotionally, mentally, financially. I'm getting that. It's like something's not adding up here. I feel like something is not adding up. And there's some questionable behavior. I'm getting like sketchy, shady, questionable behavior. Okay, so the Emperor, this is you. This was your clarifier for the King of Coins. So, for some of you, this is how you're feeling. Others of you, you may be dealing with someone this is typically someone who's, very stubborn, very hard-headed. It's someone who has power or control over you in some way, or just someone who has a controlling, domineering personality in general. So this is someone who's not willing to negotiate. And I feel like they're being hard on you, or, you're being hard on them. I'm getting like this, these are two completely different aspects here. This is like someone who's a little mischievous, a little rebellious, goes wherever life leads them, right? And this is someone who's, much more stern. Possibly even, for some of you, this may be a father figure. Like there may actually be a shared child here. But some of you, you're wanting commitment out of this person. This can be someone who's committed or who's in a long-term relationship. It's usually like a fatherly figure. So for some of you, you thought someone was going to be your ideal partner. It's like, you thought they were going to be, I think I said that earlier, where you felt like someone hung the moon. It's like at one point you held them at very high regard. And I feel like with this information coming out, this is totally changing things. You may have never, or as I said, it's vice versa, because that is you. You are the Emperor. So someone may be feeling this way towards you. But like I said earlier, someone sees you as their ideal mate here. And you may just not feel the same way. I feel like you're quite smitten with someone else. And, you know, sometimes that's just how it goes. And in that situation, you know, it's always important to be above board. Try to do things the right way. Try to do things the right way. Try to do things above board. Because, you know, do unto others as you would want them to do unto you, right? That's what I'm feeling here. Where someone is in love with you, someone's infatuated with you, and it's like, you know, you just don't feel the same way. And it doesn't have to be anything personal. You know, it can just be you just want to be single. Others of you, there's already someone else that you're more interested in. So, you know, you can let them down in, you know, a light way. I feel like you're trying to soften the blow. You may be saying, you know, I just want to be single at this time, maybe in the future. You know, some of you might say something like that, but it's like you're trying to be careful not to give them false hope. Because someone is wishing, hoping, praying, you know, wanting this to come together. Your clarifiers here for the moon in the reverse, you have the 4 of Wands and the 5 of Coins. So the 4 of Wands, you know, this is all about stability and security. It typically is a home environment, you know, family. It is typically home and family. So showing up here with the 5 of Coins, this is where you're feeling isolated, you're feeling left out, and you're feeling withdrawn. I did say that earlier. Whatever it is that's coming out is going to make the other person want to retreat. It's going to make them want to pull back and be a little introverted. Watch yourself for depression, but I feel more so it's on the other person. Some of you are finding out that someone is married. Or that they're in a long-term relationship and the Empress is underneath the deck. Or, you know, that they're in a long-term relationship or that they have children. It's like somebody, you know, and if this emotional bond has already been created and you're just now finding this out, yeah, I can see where that would be the result. It's like someone is finding out something quite serious. Someone here has already laid a foundation with another person. This may have been what you were hoping for, what you were wishing for. Like you saw this person as your ideal mate, or them you. But then you're finding out that they're already in that situation. Or they've been there and done it before, so you feel like you're, you know, kind of robbed of that experience. Where you don't get to have that first time experience because they've already done it. It's two very different dynamic. Like this is someone with a lot under their belt, whereas this is someone brand new, you know, like someone getting their own place for the first time, that type of thing. For a small percentage of you, it's an age difference thing. But I feel more on the maturity levels and life experience. So someone is finding out, it's like secrets uncovered in a home environment, in a family dynamic. And it is making the other person back away. So there is some introvertedness. However, you know, justice here is indicating you do have enlightenment, you do have clarity, and you're still going to have that relief just because you know the answers, because you knew something was off. Or they knew something was off, you know, whichever way this goes. It's like someone is trying to escape from a situation or turn their back on their responsibilities. I also get that. I'm going to clarify your Hermit a little bit further. So here you have the 10 of Wands. This is where you're feeling very overwhelmed. You're feeling like you're taking on a lot. There's a lot of responsibility indicated here, and the world. So this is about closure. You know, closing of a big life chapter. Okay, so that we can start something new. So for some of you, you know, I feel like it's a wrap. Like you're wrapping this up because you're too overwhelmed. Okay, you're too overwhelmed with the idea of being with a particular person after you unearth this information. Like those of you, some of you, someone formed this connection with you knowing that they were already stuck in the situation. You know, whether it be bound by obligation with children or financially or, you know, however it applies. And, you know, you're finding out. And I feel, you know, yes, it's going to be overwhelming for you to cut them out, but it's definitely within your best interest. Because some of you, it's like you've been there and done this before or had something similar happen, or you just know that it's not going to lead anywhere good. Others of you, I feel like someone is trying to, like if you're in a family dynamic with someone, I feel like they may be coming off controlling and they're making you feel isolated, possibly even making you feel isolating from your own family or from other members of the family. And they're doing that so that they can alienate. They're triangulating people to hide their own dirty deeds, is what I'm getting here. Like if you're involved with someone and you still haven't met their family, you know, something's off. It's like those types of things. I feel like someone's been trying to keep you separated and, you know, alienated so that they can control you. And I feel like it's making you feel a little bit, I don't want to say you want revenge. It's more like feeling rebellious. And you're curious as to know, you know, well, what exactly is going on here? So you're definitely getting answers. And you're going to have to go within. I'm also getting that. You're going to have to go within in order to close this. Because I feel that it's going to have responsibilities pile up as a result. But it's like you've got to get out from underneath someone's thumb. Some of you guys, someone knows some type of information on you, and they're dangling it as leverage. I'm clarifying your Seven of Swords. So we have here the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups, and Temperance. This is all about being patient. It's about, you know, achieving a balance. And we have here the Nine of Cups. So this does indicate, you know, wish fulfillment, but it's where we have many options. There are many options here, okay? So it seems, you know, this is typically someone who is single and someone who's happy and content being single, and they can come off, you know, arrogant and smug. That's what I feel is going on here. They may be involved with someone at a distance, you know, or you may be involved with someone at a distance, but I feel that it's like you've been patiently waiting to find out where they were going, who they were seeing, who they were talking to, you know, who they've been involved with. I'm seeing these as people. So, you know, you're dealing with someone who's arrogant. I feel like they're very arrogant, and they think that they can get away with whatever. They just think that they can get away with doing whatever they want to do. You know, or that's how they feel about you. I'm also getting, like you have your eye on the prize. So some of you, you know, going up to those of you where you feel like this is the perfect mate, you may really be trying. I feel like someone is trying very hard to get the other's attention. But I get cover-ups. Something big has been covered up here. Something big has been kept secret or hidden. And, you know, it's definitely coming out. Yeah, the Four of Cups. So, I was clarifying your Page of Wands. Again, someone here is wanting to be on their own. This is someone who's very detached, very distant. There is an offer on the table, but they're just not in it. They're not invested. So, as I said, some of you, you know, somebody's just in love with you, and you don't feel the same way. So, of course that does make someone feel, down and out. And it's like, well, why is it not reciprocated? So I feel like, as I said earlier, let them down as gentle as you can. I feel like that's really important to say here, because someone is definitely trying to heal and trying to recover. It's like closure is definitely needed here. And some of you, you don't want to face it. It's like you've been avoiding it, where you don't want to face it, you don't want to have to deal with it, you don't want to have to, say certain things, or actually, it's like you don't want to have to put your foot down, or you're not sure how you're going to do it. But I do feel it's something that has to be done. And with Justice here upright, I feel that, it's the right thing. That's what I want to say. I feel like it's the right thing to do. Some of you, someone's already committed here, and they're smitten by you. And you may be saying, no, I'm not going to be your third party. You're already in a situation, and I'm not going to do that to myself or to someone else. So I feel like you're doing the right thing, okay? It may be a little tough to, put your foot down. It may be a little bit tough, but it's like you're seeing things very practically, and I feel like your tolerance is very short. And if it can't go anywhere, and they're already connected, or they have all this baggage, or where you feel constantly left alone because they're always needing to take care of the kids, they're always needing to take care of the ex, they're always needing to shell out money. I feel like that type of thing, it's like you're not really wanting to deal with it. You're kind of you're wanting your freedom, and you're wanting to do your own thing. So I feel that, it feels like a very positive month. And it is your birthday time, and you do have the star here. So that's very positive. It is, it's kind of like saying make a wish, because I feel like there's something that you're really wanting here. And you're paying it forward, so to speak. You're paying it forward. That's what I feel. It's like there's something you're hoping to achieve with your solar return. And I feel like you're going to think on this, you're going to pray on this, and you're really working hard to manifest it. I feel a lot of you are saying, this year, and I mean this year as in your solar return, not just 2019. I feel like you're saying this year, I am going to do everything right. I am going to manifest exactly what I want. I'm starting all over. It's like a clean slate. I feel like you're starting all over with a clean slate. Some of you, that's what you're praying for. I did mention earlier about the regrets. The Hermit indicates that too. It's like you have to get certain things off your chest and close out certain chapters so that you can move forward. Get rid of any debts, get rid of any guilt, get rid of any, feeling, anything that's been bothering you. I feel like it's a brand new beginning, and, it's very positive reading, Aries. I just feel, anything not practical or grounded or stable, you're cutting it off. And it seems like you're really taking other people's feelings into consideration, and you're trying to do things the right way. And those of you, involved with this person here, I feel if you're involved with a water sign where, they're quite infatuated with you, and it's reciprocated, I feel like this is going to be a very good partner, okay? For those of you where it's not complicated, I feel like it's going to be a very good partner for you. So it looks very positive, and it looks very promising. Enjoy your birthday time, and I will see you in May.